Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Vicious Fun. Let's do it. Vicious Fun is a horror comedy from co-writer and director Cody Calahan. The film stars Evan Marsh, Amber Goldfarb, Ari Millen, Julian Richings, Robert Maillet, Baek, and David Koechner. Joel, a caustic 1980s film critic for a national horror magazine, finds himself unwillingly trapped in a self-help group for serial killers. With no other choice, Joel attempts to blend in or risk becoming the next victim. So welcome back to my ongoing coverage of the Blood in the Snow Film Festival. It's a fest that's based here in Toronto with a focus on Canadian horror and genre fare. I'll have more reviews going up in the next couple of days, so if you're interested in learning about some horror and genre stuff that may not be on your radar yet, consider subscribing to the channel or just check back in the next few days. And also, if you're interested in learning more about the festival itself, I will leave a link to their website in the description. So this is a horror comedy, and I gotta say, I quite like this movie. It won't work for everyone, as it's very much a slasher flick with like a comedy bent, but I really enjoyed it. As I mentioned off the top, our main character Joel finds himself at a self-help group for serial killers, and we get like a bunch of different slasher tropes. There's a Jason Voorhees stand-in, a somewhat more theatrical Patrick Bateman, and others that seem to reflect people like John Wayne Gacy, Hannibal Lecter, etc. The movie's set in Massachusetts in the 80s, and I love the 80s aesthetic here. We have bright neon colors, we get some split-screen editing, and a synth score that sounds like a little bit of a mix of, say, Stranger Things and like old-school John Carpenter. In fact, the score by Steph Copeland was actually my favorite aspect of the movie. It was really good. And I dug the cast in here. Our hero Joel is played by Evan Marsh, an actor I'm not familiar with, but he does show some really solid comic timing. I enjoyed him in the movie very much. I love David Koechner, and he brings his sort of innate slimy quality that he does so well to this character. Works nicely. Robert Maillet, or Maillet, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. He's like a bruiser character. I will admit I had a little bit of trouble understanding his dialogue, but he's like this really huge guy with a really thick French-Canadian accent, so I can't blame him for it. You talk how you talk. Julian Richings is a Canadian horror mainstay, and he's clearly having so much fun in this flick. His character paints himself as a clown, and with that really angular face, I'm really starting to think he could be a really interesting option for like an older Joker in some Batman iteration in the future. I would watch that. Ari Millen plays what I would consider to be the central villain, and it's so ridiculous. It's so over the top, but that's what it was supposed to be, and that's exactly what I enjoyed about it. Finally, we have Amber Goldfarb, who plays Carrie. She kind of holds the movie down. I really liked her as well. Now, the humor in here was a little bit hit or miss for me. Again, the comic timing's really pretty solid, but that doesn't mean anything if the written jokes aren't good. Some of them are, some of them didn't work. That said, there were a couple of moments that had me laughing pretty hard, including a joke about a mustache that made me think of Mac on Always Sunny, just the way the joke was portrayed. That one killed me. I'll also say this, if you're a blood and gore fiend, this movie has you covered. It takes a while to get going, but once it does, it's a pretty bloody affair. With a lot of practical and prosthetic effects, I dug that. We also get some rather inventive kills to boot. I'm not gonna say you need to rush out and see this movie. In fact, I don't think you have the option anyway. Fun as it is, it certainly doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it's a good time, it's a bloody time, it's a bloody good time. I have no idea when it will get a wide release or if, but if and when it does, I do recommend checking it out. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Vicious Fun, and I think I'm gonna give Vicious Fun a...
Oh, well, it's cranberry juice, apple.
Really?
Out of 10. So now, I wanna know, have you seen Vicious Fun? What did you think about it? What's your favorite horror comedy of all time? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. Just helps the video reach more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.